Give us your opening remarks.
Great. I want to first of all thank you, Bob and Kathy and the Oxford County Democrats for hosting this forum tonight. We've been doing these all over the state, and it's a great opportunity to hear what's on your minds and really talk about issues. I'm Emily Cain. I'm a state senator of Penobscot County. I'm running for Congress because I'm optimistic about Maine, because I believe there's more good going on in our communities than bad in this state, and I believe it's better to be part of the solution than to be part of the problem. I'm not originally from Maine. My family moved several times when I was a kid. My dad has always been in the shoe business. My mom is a sign language interpreter and a teacher, interpreter educator. I'm the oldest of 3 girls, which is great practice for politics. I will say that. I believe that we need an economy that works for everyone. And I believe in order to get an economy that works for everyone, we need to send people to Washington and elect people who want to work together, who believe that it takes brave leadership to work across the aisle and stay at the table to make very tough decisions. I'm very proud of the record that I have earned over the past 10 years in Augusta, as I've represented Orono and Penobscot County in the House and in the Senate. My record is very clear. I have always stood with Maine kids and Maine families against toxic chemical companies and standing up to act on climate change. I'm proud to have earned the endorsement of the League of Conservation Voters in this race. I have never wavered on a woman's right to make her own health care decision. I have never wavered, and I'm proud to have earned the endorsement of Emily's List in NARAL in this race. And I'm proud of my record standing up for equality every single time, voting for marriage in 2009, and I'm very proud to have earned the endorsement of the Human Rights Campaign and just yesterday, Equality Maine in this race. I believe there's too much fighting in Washington, and being a fighter just isn't enough. We need leaders in Washington, leaders who know how to work across the aisle, who know how to find common ground without compromising values. The fighting needs to stop. We've had enough dysfunction, enough shutdown. My record in Augusta for the past 10 years has been someone that even in the most difficult of circumstances has stayed at the table to work for Maine families. I believe when Maine Democrats walk away from the table, Maine families get hurt. And that's why I have always stayed at the table. And I'm very proud that in 19 days is the primary, and I'm excited tonight to ask for your vote and support, and I'm glad to be here with all of you to talk about the issues. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you. I also am very glad to be here tonight. I'm not from Oxford County, I'm from Worcester County, but over the last 12 years, I've had great relationships made here in Oxford County, and the people here, while it's not home to me, I certainly feel like it's home because I've had the chance to be here so often. But I am from Allagash. I'm a logger by trade and a 6th-generation logger. And I've got into this race because I think that it's time that working class people have had a voice in Washington. Congressman Kirchherr has done a great job, in my opinion. With him leaving, I think it's important that we have somebody with that working class background continue to represent us and push for the things that we need in Maine and in this country. And currently I am the Senate Majority Leader, and besides that, probably I'm known a lot as being, I guess, the nemesis of Governor LePage. Something that I never set out to give, but I think it's part of what you see with this race. I don't believe the way this state is going, the way this country is going, is in a good direction for people, and I'm not afraid to speak out about that. And probably one of the reasons why that is that I grew up with a very young mother, someone that worked very hard to give me everything that she could. And I think one of the things that she taught me early on is you have to stand up for people that don't have anyone else stand up for them. One of the things that I'm very proud to say that my mother instilled in me. And so, in this race, we talk a lot about compromise, and I'm someone that tries very hard to get along with everyone. And it's something that I strive for, but I think that there's core issues that when it comes down to it, if people don't want to be reasonable and let working class, middle class people have what I believe they deserve, then I'm not interested in compromise on those issues. I think that, workers' rights, health care, Social Security, in this state, teachers' pensions and state workers' pensions, those are all things for me that I don't want to compromise on. I don't believe people need to compromise on. I think that they deserve more, and that compromise has been done on their backs too often. And in this race, it's rarely quite clear that the two of us differ on this. When we were in the minority in the 125th, I didn't support tax cuts for the wealthy in this state. I didn't go after the teachers and state workers' pensions. And I'm very proud about that. I stood up and said no, because I know what it means as a worker to plan on those type of things and have them taken away from you all too often. Like I said, I'm a logger, and I have to start at the beginning of the week with an idea that if I cut so much wood, that at the end of the week I'm going to get paid that amount. And until my work and labor is done, I don't get paid. And for me to have someone go and take away from me something that we agreed on at the beginning of the week is unacceptable. And that's what I felt that we did in the 125th legislature. We took teachers and state workers' pensions and made them go back on something that they had signed on for. I don't believe in that, and if you're going to do that in Maine, which in this race there's 4 major candidates, and I'm the only one that didn't support tax cuts for the rich and didn't support going after pensions. And so if the pensions in Maine are basically our Social Security, then why should you be trusted to go to Washington, where we know that Republicans want to go after Social Security? They talk about it all the time. If you'll do it for Social Security in Maine, I believe that you can't be trusted to do it for people in Washington. So for me, that's what this campaign is about.
Thank you.